Hey, so this sucks. I wanted to let it sit for a little bit because the news came out at EVO weekend, obviously, that Tekken World Tour Finals is going to be at EVO Singapore, and I think this is a terrible decision. There's not many things I could even try to cope that is something good. I think that these tours need their own day, their own weekend, because it's so important to have this really nice celebration of the game. They can have they can let themselves breathe, they have their announcements, all that type of stuff with the specific tours, and then just showing it or shoving it as a side event for EVO Singapore, pretty much, which either EVO Singapore is an LCQ for TWT finals, or is alongside, which then is split focus from competitors, and it's just also bad. It doesn't make sense, and I also don't like the fact that it's tied to EVO specifically, because one of the worries that people had when EVO was bought and they added all these ones, that they were trying to cannibalize the calendar, and this just looks like they are. And it's a shame because I do think Singapore deserves to have a big event, and I think it's cool that there's going to be a major there and we're going to get more people there. I was thinking about going, but it's just one of those things where it's why are we trying to dilute our space? I'm not even a big Tekken person. I only watch it pretty much. I've only watched TWT since the end of Tekken 7, so again, not an OG, not anything, don't want to claim to be one. But even I know that it deserves its own weekend, it deserves its own celebration. That stuff is special. There's no reason to clump it together. And it makes me worried about Arc World Tour, because what is stopping EVO from trying to make them do this? I know it's already announced, so this year is safe, but it's this is the first year of the expansion with EVO, because I think we're getting the EVO Middle East, EVO Japan, or EVO China, and then EVO Brazil, on top of EVO Japan, US, France, and Singapore. So it's that's a lot of events for the calendars, and we need room for other things. I know not every EVO, I'm hoping not every EVO is the one you need to go to, but if it's partnered with the tours, then what's stopping them from saying, hey, this is, I think Frosty's is the next weekend after this, thankfully. But it's in theory, oh, what's stopping them from saying, hey, Frosty's weekend, we're doing this, or oh, Combo Breaker, that's cool, we're gonna go have EVO China open that. And it's just it's hard because I want these places to have their majors, because it was one of those things when I remember everything was announced, there was a lot of arguments about prestige. And I remember people saying, I don't care about prestige, I want a major in my area. There's a lot of Brazilians who are I don't really care about EVO US, because they're never able to go, but now there's one in Brazil, and now they're able to go, and it's a lot easier for South Americans to go. EVO Singapore is probably a lot easier for Southeast Asians to go. It's Japan to Singapore is relatively expensive. It's not an easy hop across and it's nothing. EVO Middle East, I don't know if that's gonna be tied to EWC and if they just turn that into an EVO event. I don't know. But if they get their own separate event on top of EWC, that's also good. Having an event in the Middle East is not inherently a bad thing. I know people, and again, sports washing is not the best thing, but it's not they don't deserve to have events. Like, and I think growing the game is one of the coolest things, and having every region be represented is wonderful. It's just, we can't be doing this on hurting other events. That's, I think, the biggest thing I just keep going back to. It's like, we can't cannibalize our calendar and the tradition that the FGC has for Evo to run everything. Like, there's a lot of issues with that, because, again, Saudi Arabia just killed their entire golf tour. Like, what if we have all these events, all these other events die, and they're just like, oh, we're done with fighting games. Like, and they drop it, which is like, I almost think it's an inevitability. So it's like, part of me wants to just enjoy it, because like, hey, we're getting a lot of cool events, and like, a ton of money pumped in, and I'll watch it, and then they'll go away. But the worry, now that I'm having even more than I was, is that when it goes away, there's nothing left. Like, whoever ends up buying Evo and stuff, like Evo Vegas, I think will always exist. Evo Japan, I think will probably always exist. Especially with the Street Fighter boom here. But man, like, I don't want it to just kill all these mid-majors and even like the majors, like again, Common Breaker, CEO, like Tiger Uppercut for Tekken specifically. Like, all these events that have been so good and so cool and I think so important, I don't want them just to be, oh, actually there's an Evo that weekend, so because they paid all this money to be a part of a tour, everyone has to go to that tour. One, because like, unless you're qualified for something, like you have to go to that to try and qualify for the tours, because that's just where the money is and what like your sponsors and like any actual opportunity for the competitors is. Like, it's rough. So I think Capcom Cup will always be fine, but like they have their own pay-per-view nonsense going on that's a mess. So, but I do think they will always be separate because of that fact alone. But you never know, that like Evo might throw enough money at them and we're just screwed. So I'd love to have like a positive message at the end of this. I really would, but I don't see the angle right now. And if anyone wants to say in the comments what they think the angle is, I would love to hear it. But yeah, and no hate to the Singapore FGC, like it's not their fault, because I think I would be much more excited for Evo Singapore if this TWT thing wasn't happening. So I want to end on that. And I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful day and or night.